In this video, we will discuss about the Pythagoras theorem. The Pythagoras theorem is a fundamental concept in trigonometry used to find the unknown side of a right-angled triangle. Now, let us consider the right-angled triangle given. At this point, we have theta, and at the vertex here we have A, here vertex C, and here vertex B. So the side opposite to theta is known as the opposite side, so it is given to be small b, and the side adjacent to theta is the adjacent side, represented as A, and the longest side, which is the side that is opposite to the right angle, is represented as C. Now, considering the right angle triangle, the Pythagoras theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse side is equal to the sum of the square of the two other sides, and the two other sides is the opposite side and the adjacent side. From the figure given to us, we have that C squared is equal to B squared plus A squared. But this can be rearranged as C squared equal to A squared plus B squared. Now, it is good I mention that there are basically two conditions for applying the Pythagoras theorem. The first condition is that the triangle must be a right-angled triangle. And the second condition is that the right angle is clearly stated. Now, let us consider this example given to us. We have that the hypotenuse of a right-angled triangle is 13 cm. One of the other side is 5 cm. We are asked to find the remaining side. So given, we have that the hypotenuse side is equal to 13 cm. And we have that one of the sides, let that side be the adjacent side, is equal to 5 cm. And we are asked to find the remaining side. So, by Pythagoras theorem, we know that the hypotenuse side, all squared, is equal to the opposite side, all squared, plus the adjacent side, all squared. So we have that this becomes 13 squared equal to, at this point, we don't know the other side, which we call the opposite side, plus we have 5 squared. Given to us, 13 squared is 169 equal to the opposite squared plus 25, because 5 squared is 25. So this becomes opposite all squared equal to 169 minus 25. And this is equal to 144. So at this point, we have that the opposite side will be equal to the root of 144, which is equal to 12 cm. So the other side is equal to 12 cm. So therefore we have a 5 cm, 12 cm, and 13 cm. Consider the second example given. We have that in a right angle triangle XYZ, XY equals 12 cm and XZ equals 15 cm. We are asked to find YZ. So at this point, we are going to represent this information in a right angle triangle. So for the right angle triangle, let's here be vertex X. So we have that XY is 12 cm and XZ is 15 cm. So at this point, XY, this is line XY, and it is 12 cm, and line X here will be called Z, is 15 cm. So at this point, we are going to find YZ. So to obtain YZ, we recall the Pythagoras theorem. So we have that XZ all squared is equal to XY all squared plus YZ all squared, because the theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse side is equal to the sum of the square of the two other sides. So from the figure, XZ is 15 cm, so we have 15 squared equal to XY is 12 cm, so we have 12 squared plus YZ all squared. 15 squared is 225, so we have 225 equal to 12 squared is 144 plus YZ all squared. So at this point, YZ all squared will be equal to 225 minus 144. So YZ all squared will be equal to 81, and YZ will be equal to root of 81, which is equal to 9. So therefore, YZ is equal to 9 cm. Now, the next question we are going to solve is the real-life application of the Pythagoras theorem. This example 3 is a practical application of the Pythagoras theorem in real life. We have that a ladder leans against a vertical wall. The foot of the ladder is 9 meters from the wall, and the ladder reaches a height of 12 meters on the wall. We are asked to find the length of the ladder. So for this question, we are going to make a sketch of the ladder and then the vertical wall. Now, looking at the question, we have that this vertical path is known as our wall, because the question says a ladder leans against a vertical wall, and the vertical wall is equal to 12 meters. So the wall is from C to B, and also the foot of the ladder is 9 meters from the wall. So from the wall at point B down to this point, which we call A, is 9 meters. So this is the foot of the ladder, and this is the vertical wall. So the distance between the foot of the ladder and the vertical wall is 9 cm. So therefore, we are now asked to find the length of the ladder. Now, if you look at this figure, it is a right angle triangle. So to find the length of the ladder, we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem. Recall that the theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse side, which is the longest side, is equal to the sum of the square of the two other sides. So at this point, the hypotenuse side will give us the length of the ladder, which is AC, and AB is 9 squared, BC is 12 squared. 9 squared is 81 plus 12 squared is 144. So if we sum 81 plus 44, we are going to obtain 225. So therefore, length AC will be equal to the root of 225. So AC, which is the length of the ladder, is 15 meters. So therefore, we have 9 meter, 12 meter, and 15 meter. At this point, we are going to discuss about the Pythagorean triple. What is a Pythagorean triple? A Pythagorean triple are a set of 3 whole numbers that satisfies the Pythagoras theorem. Common examples are, we have 3, 4, and 5. Also, we have 5, 12, and 13. And we have 8, 15, and 17. So, we are given this example. The size of a triangle are 7 cm, 24 cm, and 25 cm. We are asked to determine whether the triangle is right angled. Now, the help of the concept of the Pythagorean theorem using the Pythagorean triple can help us determine if the triangle is a right angled triangle. So we have 7 cm, 24 cm, and 25 cm. So recall that for a right angled triangle, the 25 cm will be the hypotenuse side, which is the longest side, and this 24 cm can either be the opposite side or the adjacent side, but let us give it the opposite side, and also 7 cm the adjacent side. Now recall that from Pythagoras theorem that the hypotenuse side all squared is equal to the sum of the square of the two other sides. So therefore, at this point, we are saying that the square of the hypotenuse side will be equal to the sum of the square of the two other sides. So we have that this becomes 25 squared equal to 24 squared plus 7 squared. 25 squared is equal to 625, and 24 squared is 576, plus 7 squared is 49. So therefore, we have that 625 is equal to 576 plus 49 is 625. So at this point, the left-hand side is equal to the right hand side. Thus, 7, 24, and 25 are known as Pythagorean triple. Now, let us consider this question given to us. We have that given that tan theta equals 3 divided by 4, we are asked to find cos theta plus sin theta for 0 less than theta and theta less than 90 degrees. So recall that tan theta is equal to 3 divided by 4, and the tan ratio is opposite over adjacent. So we can represent this information in a right angle triangle. So for a right angle triangle, at this point is my theta, and the opposite side of the theta is 3, and the adjacent side is 4. So therefore, we can be able to obtain the hypotenuse side. So for the hypotenuse side, we have that let this point be equal to y. So we have that y squared is equal to 3 squared plus 4 squared. And y squared is 9 plus 4 squared is 16. This is equal to 25. So therefore, y is equal to the root of 25, which is equal to 5. So therefore, at this point, we have that the hypotenuse side is equal to 5. So now we have the hypotenuse side, we have the adjacent side, and we have the opposite side. So therefore, we know that sine theta is equal to opposite divided by the hypotenuse, and this is equal to 3 divided by 5. Also, cos theta is equal to adjacent divided by the hypotenuse, which is equal to 4 divided by 5. And we are asked to find sine theta plus cos theta. So therefore, we have that cos theta plus sine theta will be giving us cos theta is 4 divided by 5. So we have 4 divided by 5 plus sine theta is 3 divided by 5. So at this point, since they have the same denominator, the LCM is 5, and 5 divided itself is 1. 1 times 4 is 4, plus also 5 divided itself is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So we have that cos theta plus sine theta is equal to 7 divided by 5. So at this point, we have been able to understand how to use the Pythagoras theorem to solve real-life application. Thank you so much for watching, and if you know you have found the video helpful, please encourage us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel.